Alrighty, July, state of my galaxy. Man, this year is just flying right along. It's already August. Oof, it's like school season's coming back already. Anyways, I say school season just because, one, I have a kid and there's other kids in my life, like nephews and such. So, I think about it from their perspective, like they're going to have to go to school. And I feel like they just got out of school. I mean, my daughter recently, graduated. And it's like, I feel like that just happened not that long ago. And now here we are. It's like summer's over. And then for me, I also work out of school as a part-time job. So it's like, I'm going back to work pretty soon too. The job ends for me in late May. So it's like, geez, it's already time for me to be going back. Anyway, let's just get into what I've been up to. So there's been a lot. I hope I remember it all. I feel like I'll definitely forget some stuff because there's been a lot of small things. There's nothing like big and cool like, oh, I unlocked this GL and I did this. It's been more like progress on things that I've been doing. So let's just get it. First off, we have Ahsoka. She's been Relic 9. I think she was Relic 9 last month as well. If she wasn't, she was something high enough and I got her to Relic 9 this month. I don't remember, but the real thing is I'm working on her ultimate. We're getting there. I have 4 of the 10 shards. Yeah, so hopefully this month I can get that done. Otherwise, she's ready to go. I mean, I got her mods at 6 gold. She's Relic 9. Like, we're ready to just unfavorite her and get her out of here. Second thing I've gotten done is Tarek at Relic 7. I do want to get him. I mean, Taryn, not Tarek. Tarek is a guy that's works at a company that my company's been working with heavily, so I'm used to that name, Tarek. Anyways, Taron. He's Relic 7. I do want to get him more beefy than that. I'm thinking like Relic 9 would be great. But for now, we're just going to settle for 7. It's good enough. The only thing, though, that why he's still favorited up here is because I just need to get this one last Omicron. Get that on him, and then at least he's solid there. I have Admiral Radis that I still need to get to Relic 9. He's literally the only requirement that I have left to be able to unlock the event for his ship. But I've just been stalling because there's a lot of other things to work on, and I don't know, there's things that I kind of care more about. I mean, I don't really care about Admiral Radis in general, don't care about the Rogue One squad, and I don't really care about his ship. I mean, I just want to unlock it just for the purpose of having it, add it to the collection. We got Ezra here. I do need to work on Ezra, obviously. He's like the lifter unit for Ahsoka. I have Ahsoka at Relic 9, and pretty soon she'll have her ultimate, so I need to work on him. Again, I've only been stalling because I'm working on other things. And also, he has 3 Omicrons, so I'm like, oh, I'm still waiting to get Terran's Omicrons finished off, so I just don't want that added stress of getting him beefed up to Relic 7 or 8, and then I'm sitting around waiting for Omicrons. But I think what I might have to do is actually just start working on him. I was going to start working on Luke, Stormtrooper Luke, and get him more reliced up, which that's another thing. I think I got him to relic status this month. And I gave him his Omicron, because his Omicron's kind of not cool, but, it makes sense. It works with him, Stormtrooper Han, and Princess Leia, so I was like, man, that's a decent little 3-man team. I mean, I don't have them that juicy. My Stormtrooper Han's only Gear 12, and my Leia's Relic 5, so, I'd have to do a lot of work for Stormtrooper Han to get him worthwhile, and then Leia, I'd have to at least beef her up 2 more relics, but still. But anyways, I was going to do him, but now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should do him because, relatively speaking, at least Terran's Omicron is, sort of close, and I'll be done there, and then I can just have to worry about Ezra's Omicrons. And I do need to get him beefier because, like, there's places where I can use Ahsoka, like in territory battles. If she's a requirement on one of the nodes, like when my guild, not territory battles, territory wars, when my guild puts, like, what they want to have displayed, like, one node is, not displayed, deployed. But one note is GL Leia, Ahsoka, and somebody else. I forget who off the top of my head. Oh, Rey. And, like, I have Leia and Rey squad, and I put an Ahsoka squad just because, even though she doesn't have a relic and stuff. But I'm like, I put Ezra, but I'm like, geez, he's only Relic 1. Like, he ain't that good. So I definitely need to get him where he needs to be. I've been working on my dark side clones. Ironically, it's not... It's kind of ironic because I'm working on my dark side clones for the purpose of Lord Vader. They are like his lifter. But at the same time, where is it? Solo journeys. They are a requirement for him. So as I get them beefed up, it's like I'm also getting this done. So it's kind of a win-win, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm meeting one goal at the same time getting another goal done. The only one that's not getting achieved is Depa Balaba. I got a long ways to go with her. She's only 4-star, and ugh. But otherwise, you know, working on those other guys, it's kind of helping me meet those goals as well for him. Which, as a side note, something cool that happened this month is Master Windu's event is permanent now, so you don't have to wait anymore for that to roll around. So once I have all those requirements met, I can just go and unlock him. But anyways, so yeah, I have him to Relic 5 because of a Lightspeed token. Unfortunately, he's not 7-star, but he is somebody I'm trying to work on. As you can tell, I have 44 out of 100 shards. But the thing that I find kind of ironic is this month, he is the daily login. So I'm like, hey, I might be able to get him to 7-star just naturally, just without even trying. I mean, look, if I take these 2 days right here, 8 and 12, that's 20, plus this, that's 10, so that's 30. And this is 30 right here, so that's 60 shards. And, yeah, that's actually more than enough, because I had, what, 44 or something? Yeah, so I'd be over by 4. So, literally, farming for him to get to 7 stars will be pretty easy. I have to just do nothing. Just log in every day, get the login reward, and he'll hit 7 stars, so that'll be cool. Starkiller, he's still sitting there. Obviously, he's a very valuable character, but I haven't been working on him, A, because, well, like with everything else, he needs 3 Omicrons, and B, he doesn't really have a solid home to be in, a solid team. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind of just part of a random team for now, which is like, what, the team of, like, Papa Palp and Mara Jade, and him, and Vader, and Barris. Like, he's just part of a weird squad, and it only works because that team works well in Grand Arena or whatever with his Omicrons, and, you know, it's just, otherwise he doesn't really have utility. Or at least not until I unlock Khmer, which should be soon-ish. You know, it's right here. A few more conquests. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. So 4 more conquests at least, unless I can get some more shards of him in time. Then that's only 3 more conquests, and I'll have him unlocked. But, you know, until I get that done, he doesn't really have, like, a real solid home. So I'm just like, I want to work on him. I need to work on him. I should be working on him, but he's kind of just back burner for now. Luke, we already talked about. Scion of Fett, he's kind of the same situation. He's only relic status by accident anyways. I never really actually was trying to work on him. It just sort of happened. You know, over time, basically what I do is I'll regularly just check in like this and see if there's any pieces of gear that I could slap down. Like, look, there's 2 here for 4-lom, so maybe I'll give him one or both if I can. And that's kind of like what I always do. I just check and see if any of these characters have anything, just to, you know, casually beef them up. And basically that's what happened with Scion of Django. He kind of just casually got where he needed to be. He got to gear 12, and then obviously I just kind of worked on him to get him the relic. And yeah, at the end of the day though, 1, I don't really care about him that much, so that's why I haven't really put in extra work to get him where he needs to be. And 2, he's another one that needs 3 Omicrons, so anyway, now we got BT1. I don't really care about BT1. He's just sitting there. I don't have anything. Again, I think I had a Lightspeed token that got him beefed up, so, you know, he's favorited just by default, so then I can get him to Relic 7 eventually, but no real rush. Same as this one. She's only here for the purpose of the guild. Like I said a while ago, we try to at least have one person with every, not one person, but we try to make sure that there's one person that has at least one of each. How do I phrase this? When we're in territory battles and you have to fill in the platoons, you know, you need a variety of characters. And so we like to ensure that we can at least have somebody who's able to fill each required slot. You know what I mean? Not somebody, not one person that has everything, but like each character that's needed, we try to make sure that there's at least one player that has one of those characters. So anyways, currently the leader of my guild has this character at Relic 8, and you know, he was kind of direct messaging me the other day and sort of complaining like, oh, it sucks, you know, this character's so worthless, but we need to have somebody, and I'm the one that has it. So I was thinking, well, I could at least get rid of Relic 8 just so then I can be like a team player, and then there's 2 of us, so he's not the only one with a useless character. But at the same time, because there's no real urgency like that, I don't really care. She's just sitting there. I mean, Relic 8 is kind of a significant investment too for like this worthless of a character. I don't care enough. So we'll get there eventually. It's just I don't know when. Visa's Mar, she's another one. I had a Lightspeed token, got her to relic status. She's kind of cool. I do want to work on her further, but again, no real home, no real purpose for her, so she's just kind of hanging out for now at relic 2. I don't know when I'll be able to beef her up more, but it'll happen. I just don't know when. Apple here is a dual story. So Apple 1, I got to relic 7. 7-star. And that was through heavy farming of buying shards. I wasn't actually farming that character. I was buying shards from up here. Like, you know, right now everything I have is maxed out. But, like, this is what I was doing before, buying these things. And that's how I got him to 7-star. I mean, I think towards the end when he was at, like, 90 shards, then I was actually farming him. But otherwise, majority of the way was just buying those packs. Because he's on an accelerated rate now. So I was able to buy 8 shards for 320 crystals. So that's just what I was doing. So anyways, 7-star, and I got him halfway to relic status. Obviously, once he gets to relic status, he'll become one of my priorities. A, for Lord Vader, and B, for, well, Jedi Master Luke. Mace. We have CX7, while I'm speaking of Dark Side clones. I think I got him to 7-star this month as well. I don't quite remember. I'm probably, because that's why he's so weak still. Like, he's just been sitting at 6-star, so I think I got him to 7-star this month. He's also somebody I'm trying to work on. It's just he needs a whole bunch of crap, you know, that, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's the same thing. So it's just like, obviously this is going to take forever when you need all these stupid Chirotechs. But, you know, he's kind of a priority to me. I'll be working on him. And then we got IG-11, another one that I had beefed up prior from a Lightspeed token. I want to get it more beefed up, only because I know it can be worthwhile. This version of IG-11 is, or this IG, I should say, not IG-11. This IG is pretty solid for heals and all that, but I thought it had Mandalorian synergy, and clearly it doesn't. It's light side healer droid scoundrel, so I'm like, ugh. Not having that Mandalorian synergy kind of detracts from my overall urgency on getting this one beefed up. So it's here. I do want to do it, but I don't really know when. If it had the Mandalorian synergy, it would be immediate. Like, I was going to work on this one today, actually. This was, you know, how I said I was going to do Luke, and now I just changed it, and maybe I'll start doing Ezra instead. That was my first choice. So I was like, ooh, you know what? Let's beef up this one. Get a good healer for the Mandalorian team. And then I was like, wait, there's no Mandalorian tag? So yeah, that one's just going to be hanging out for now, too, because I don't know what to do with you. Anyways, now to try to remember all the other things I've done, because like I said, there's been a lot of random stuff. Like, for example, one right here is Bosk. I just got Bosk to Relic 8 today. Literally, probably, I mean, I'm recording this at midnight now, so maybe, let's say, 9 hours ago, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I got it to happen. Got him to Relic 8, which I gotta say, all this stuff here on the left, I had all that very quickly and easy. It's these stupid things on the right that took forever. You know, getting those blue ones, whatever these are called, flawed signal data, and these dumb green ones, incomplete signal data, and they took forever. It was kind of annoying. It literally took like 4 days to go from Relic 7 to Relic 8 when I had everything on the left side here, you know what I mean? When I say left side, I mean like this side where this crap is and stuff, the guider keypads and all that. Like, I had all that, and it took like 3 days, 4 days to get the other crap. I was like, this is like basic stuff. Why is this taking so long? But yeah, anyhow, got him to Relic 8. The reason for that is because that's a requirement for GL Hondo. However, I have been thinking about getting Bosk up to higher relics, just because, well, one, he's a decent tank for the bounty hunter team, but two, he has that ship, you know, Hound's Tooth, which is a bounty hunter ship, which is obviously a core component of a executor team. So I was like, if I beef up Bosk more, that just makes his ship better, which just makes my executor team better. So, you know, it's like a win-win-win, and it's a requirement for him. So yeah, that's kind of why that happened. Another one that I'm thinking about doing, because it's also a requirement for Hondo, is I think gas has to be Relic 9. Which I was like, Relic 9 sucks, but my gas I knew was Relic 8. So I'm like, relatively speaking, It's not that bad. It's one relic. So I might be doing him next sometime soonish. I do want to clean up more of my favorites before I jump down and go to another character that's, you know, already pretty decent. But, you know, that's like a random back of the mind side project that I might get around to. Speaking of that, another thing is my guild wants me to, not me, us as a guild, they want us to work on our Mandalorians, our light side Mandalorians, I should say, and get them all to Relic 9. And this is because of the, I don't know, one of the special missions in the Rise of the Empire territory battle. And I'm like, on one hand, okay, I have 3 of them at Relic 8, so I'm like, it's not too much work to get them one more relic. I mean, it is a lot of work, but, you know, relatively speaking, it's only one relic. You know, I mean, it's not like they're Relic 5, and it's like, geez, I gotta go to 9? It's 8 to 9. So, okay. And I just have to pick 2 other ones, which I would probably pick Armorer, however you say that, and, I don't know, IG, yeah, probably like IG-12 and Grogu or something. But I'm just like, man, Relic 9 is kind of like a serious relic. Like, I want to put characters that I actually care about to Relic 9, not some random characters that the guild wants me to do. You know, like, look who I have at Relic 9. It's GLs. It's Darth Revan, which is a requirement for the Leviathan. It's Third Sister, which I only did because at the time she seemed really good. So I was like, yeah, what the heck? You know, it's Kat, because she's a lifter for Jedi Master Kenobi, and I think she was a requirement at Relic 9 for Ahsoka, but still. Darth Bane, you know, he's good. Like, I don't want to just put random Mandalorians at Relic 9 that I don't care about and won't really use, other than in, like, Grand Arena because of, you know, Bo-Katan's triple Omicron. Like, I don't know. So it's something that's on my mind, but it's not really something that I care about doing. Anyway, let's see what else we got in here. I did get Jyn Erso to Relic 8 recently. I don't know, I probably talked about this in a past episode, but I don't quite remember, so I'm just going to mention that. Obviously, it's because that's a requirement for the Profundity, but, or, not the, is it Profundity? Yeah, Admiral Radiss's ship. Admiral Radiss's ship. Here's another one I got beefed up recently. Omega Fugitive. Do I care about this character at all? Nope. But I had a Lightspeed token that took her to Relic 1, I think, and she's just been sitting there, and she is part of the Order 66 raid, so I was like, ugh, whatever. I'll get her beefier just so that then it adds a little more to my overall score in the raid. Otherwise, I do not care about her at all, and I try using her leader ability with, I only have Wrecker, but it's like, it seems like it's a trash leader ability. I don't see anything good happening with Wrecker when I have that squad out in the Order 66 raid. So, I don't know. Maybe the raid's kind of diminishing it or something. I don't know. But, yeah, she just kind of sucks. But she's Relic 7, so what are you going to do? Let's see. Who else got some kind of beef up? I know there was kind of a few. Like, random ones, too, like her. Getting the Relic 7. Let's see. Hey, speaking of Wrecker, he's right here. He's been Relic 7, though I'm not really mentioning him in that regard. I'm just mentioning him because I was talking about him with what's-her-name. I have been thinking about getting Tarkin up a little bit beefier. Only reason for that is because, well, A, he does have that Omicron right here, which I think I gave him. Yeah, it says it's maxed out. So, he does have an Omicron, and he is pretty decent in the Order 66 raid. Like, he can kind of solo. Yeah, it's like low tiers, but I'm like, maybe if I got his relic status a little better, so he was a little beefier, I could do a higher tier that he could solo. I don't know. Can't hurt, I guess. So I've been thinking about it. What else have we done? Has there been any pirates? I don't remember. I mean, Captain Athano's been where he needs to be, and Quiggle has been where he needs to be. I don't know if there's any other ones. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Let's see. Fifth brother. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like my Omicrons. Yeah, I guess my Omicrons have only been with Terran Malicos. He's been the only one that got any Omicrons this month. There are quite a few non-characters that are favorited, though, that I do want to put the Omicron on, but I'm like, jeez, it's going to be a while because I'm stuck with all of them, getting them where they need to be. I think this was last month, but I got her to Relic 7 recently. She is a pretty solid character to begin with, so I just felt like it was super worth it to have her, you know, high relics. She's pretty versatile as well. I mean, as you can see up here, she's a constable for the constable team. She's a mercenary, New Republic, rebel fighter, scoundrel. She just fits everywhere, and she's good. So why not? Anyway. Is that it? I feel like there was definitely more random things. You know what I mean? Like random characters like Omega Fugitive that I got beefed up. But maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really seeing anything. I'm trying to remember. Ooh, Scorch. He probably got beefed up to Relic 7 this month. I feel like it's kind of lame, though. He's like the lamest one out of all of them. Look how boring he is. Oh, I got him to Relic 7, though. Oh, good thing for that. Oh, Grand Arenas. I didn't realize there was 2 that are in Grand Arena. Oh, I think the other one that we have is 3v3. This is in general for like a 5v5. But I didn't realize that. That's a cool thing to know. I wonder if that would work in accordance with Tarkins as well. You could double the Omicrons up. Make a pretty solid team. Tarkins is for 3v3, but still you have 3v3, and then you slap him in. Let me see. I didn't really read what this said. Scorch gains 50% max health and protection and tenacity. Whenever he loses taunt, all Darkside clone troopers recover health. Oh, that's not bad. Each non-galactic legend empire ally is reduced to 50%. Yeah, so this might work. So that could be pretty solid. You partner Tarkins with that, and you get just extra boosts. Anyway, continuing on with the list, or attempt at a list. You know, one thing I've been thinking about is I always think about, like, writing down what I've actually achieved. That way then it's a lot easier to discuss it when I do my end-of-month recap. But the problem is I always think, nah, I'm not going to forget. This is, like, a big deal. I'll remember this. And then the time comes, and do I remember? No. I'm always left doing this, slowly going through and double-checking everything, seeing if there's anything jumping out at me, like, oh, yeah, I did that. Oh, you know something that's kind of funny? In my second account, I have Cad Bane at Relic 7. I just did that recently. And I thought, Cad Bane in this game is way stronger than in my main account. And in my main account, I've had him forever. You know, I've been playing this game for 11 years. I probably had Cad for 10 of it. And yet, in my second account, he's stronger. The irony. Balin Skull. I mean, he's just sitting there at, what is he? Only gear 9? Ugh, it's not that good at all. I do want to get him beefier, but again, like I said, there's so much that I'm working on already that I don't want to add another to the list, but I do want to get him much more juicy. I know he's decent, and not only that, but he's kind of a cool character. I like him, so I just want to work on him just as like a fan. Here's my Stormtrooper Han I was talking about. He's only gear 12. Not that juicy at all. I mean, look at these terrible stats. Okay, it's a little better than I thought. I thought his health was a lot lower. Still, that's not great. I mean, he's only got 8,000 health total when you add his protection and health together. Like, there's characters that blow that out of the water just protection. But still. But in any case, I do want to get him to relic status, like I said, because of Luke. But, you know, got a lot of other things I'm working on for now. So he's just going to hang out for the time being. Darth Vader Dual Zen. That's weird. I thought I put one of the Omicrons on him. I must be thinking of the second account, because I definitely did it there. I thought I did it here as well. He's somebody that I am slowly working on every single day with my energy. I do the spins here to try to get these shards. Unfortunately, though, it's just such a slow grind that I'm still only 5-star at 58 out of 85, but we'll get there. He'll get to relic status eventually. I mean, 7-star eventually, and then I can get him to relic. Because the thing I do like is he's very solid under Papa Palp. The problem is he's just not solid enough because he's weak. He's only 5-star. You know, 5-star gear 12. Like, he's got a long ways to go to reach his full potential. But I'm thinking, hey, that could be cool when he does get there. When he is 7-star and I have him at relic 7 or maybe even 8. And, like, you know, then he'll be definitive, you know. It's just for now, he's just there. But the thing that's cool is he keeps reviving. You can't really kill him as long as Papa Palp's alive. So that's what makes him awesome. And I just think, hey, when he's way stronger, you know, that's obviously gonna be a benefit. But anyway. Well, so I got this stab here too. Now this is something that I had a light speed token for. And it sucks because, well, one, from what I hear, this is actually a very solid character to use on a Grievous team. I hear that you actually you should prefer to use this character over, like, Droideka or something. But anyways, the problem is I obviously need to get his shards up, which is fine. He's in Cantina, but Cantina is where, relics are. And relics are way more important. I don't feel like farming this character when I gotta do tons of characters to increase their relic statuses, so... He's Relic 1, and I really would like to work on him, but for now he's just kind of hanging out in the void, if you will. Until I eventually have time to, or, I don't know, yeah, I guess time to get him to his 7-star status. Oh yeah, this is another one I forgot about. I got him to 7 stars, 6-star recently as well, with the same thing, by buying shards of him, just like I was doing with Apo. So he's 6-star. Looks like I have 6 out of 100 as well over that, getting towards 7-star. And he is basically more for the pirates. I always think of him as one of those dark side clones, but he's not. He's a light side clone, but he's also a pirate. So I want to work on my pirates because I think that they're also needed for Hondo, and I'm pretty sure he is a requirement for Hondo. So yeah, I am slowly working on him as well. Obviously, it's going to be some time because, he's only 6-star. I don't really care about worrying about getting him to relic status or anything until he's 7-star. But yeah, he is slowly being worked on regularly. And then there is also Vane and Captain Silvo, which they're kind of in that same sucky boat because they're in Cantina, which under normal circumstances would be great, but considering that that's where relic materials are, it's not great. Silvo, same boat, right? Yeah, so it sucks. But they are in the back of my mind for regular farming because they are pirates and I'm trying to get my pirates beefed up. As far as anything else goes, we have Darthside Rey. I do want to work on her because she's a Kylo lifter, which is, solid. Problem is again, like I keep saying, Omicrons. I don't have time to be worried about adding more Omicrons to my list of required Omicrons. And 2, there's this crap that everybody needs, these stupid Chirotechs that take forever to farm. And yeah, so she's kind of back burner, but like, not really back burner. She's more like front burner, but just not full heat, And then there's these characters, which really aren't many. I've been thinking about just working on them so I can get rid of that stupid 3+ that you see here on this home screen. I mean, there's really not many left, so I'm like, geez, if I just work on them, then it gets rid of that. And yeah, there's only, 10 characters here or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10. Perfect guess. There's only 10 characters here that I'd have to put their gear down on at least just to get rid of that 3+. But, I don't know. And then, yeah, all these characters that I don't have, but we're getting close. Jocasta Nu, as you can see, next Conquest I'll have her. Stranger's getting kind of close. Yeah, I mean the rest have a ways to go, but still. And then yeah, something else I noticed that was kind of cool. It looked better before, but we got all these last era characters added to our roster. Like Stormtrooper Commander and stuff. So, but before that happened, what did that move say? Rifle butt. I thought it said butt. But before that happened, all of these characters were in a row, and I had 2 rows of characters that I needed. Clearly, you can see that's a little bit more than that because, there's one character here and it lines up with that. So it'd be 2 rows in one, and that's because of Rada being added. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. I only need 2 rows of characters. I thought it was more than that. Like, ever since they've been adding Conquest characters and stuff, I've been falling behind. Because, like, at one point, years ago, I think I was super close to having everybody. It was like 1 row or something like that of characters I needed. And I was like, whoa, I'm wicked close to almost having everybody. And then it started to really fall off. So to be back to needing only 2 rows is kind of cool. Pretty close to having everybody, I guess. So for the most part, though, a lot of these are Conquest, which I can't help how I get Conquest characters. You know what I mean? You need Conquest to get them. And then there's obviously Hondo, which is something that I have to farm for, same as Jedi Master Mace and Dr. Aphra. But technically what I'm trying to get at is those are characters that I can control when they're released, you know what I mean? Like, I can't really help Conquest, I can't really help, these characters, especially if their events aren't consistent and they come whenever they feel like. But, those other characters that I can just farm the requirements and then go to town, that's, characters that I could get sooner than later. Not like it's really gonna happen, but I'm just saying, like, I could beef up I could reduce these two rows a little bit if I put in the proper effort to focus on those other characters, which that would be kind of cool too. Anyways, that's my characters, I guess. And as far as the ships go, I don't think anything happened. I mean, okay, technically Houndstooth would have got a little beefier. I don't know what it was before, but obviously it would have with the increase of Bosk to Relic 8. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think anything in here happened at all. I didn't get any... I don't think I got any other of these characters' relics up. I didn't get any, shards like on this ship. It's still just that. Actually, Rogue One I've been farming for. Forgot about that. 11 out of 85, though. Got a ways to go before it's 6-star. But, yeah, technically, I guess I've been working on that. Forgot about that. And then, yeah, there's just the super slow grind of Leviathan. Super slow. This thing only comes around once a month on the 20th, and then you get 10 shards. So, like, just to get to 5-star, I got 3 more months to go, basically. I mean, there'll be this month, so that's 1. They'll put me at 50 shards. September will put me at 60, and then October will put me at 70. So, for the October Stand in My Galaxy, I should have Leviathan at 5-star. But that's it. Then there's still 2 whole more stars to go. It's going to take forever. This is literally going to take years to achieve. I mean, think about it. 7 stars, 100 shards. So that's 10 months right there. Once I hit 7-star. That's 10 months. That's almost a year. And then from 6-star, that's what, 85 shards? So I'll already have the 5 from this month because I'll end up with 70 out of 65. So I'll have 5 left over. So that means I need 8 months. So that's 18 months from October. A year and a half. So you're looking at October to October. That's a year. Okay, 2027. November, December, January, February, March, April. So in April 2028, I should have this ship at 7 stars. Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. April 2028 to get this stupid thing to 7-star. That's psychotic that it takes that long. Hopefully between now and then they change something so that the farming becomes a lot quicker. Whether it's the frequency is more often than once a month, so it's twice a month or something, or B, maybe they give you more shards instead of just 10, or C, they make it so the refresh is a lot cheaper, so you could refresh and redo the battle if you want. Because I think currently the refresh is kind of expensive. It's like 1,000 crystals or something like that, if I recall correctly. So, maybe they'll drop it down to 250, and then I could just throw the crystals at it and get more spins, if you will, and get these shards a lot faster. But yeah, if nothing changes, April 2028, that's ridiculous. And the worst part is, Profundity is probably the same way, and I'm delayed on getting this, so it's like, geez, how much longer before I get this one? December 2028 or whatever, by the time I just unlock it in general. And then all the years of grinding, like, CG needs to loosen up on their dumb nonsense. I don't know why they try to gate things like this. Like, what do they think? Like, this is going to be fun for us? Oh, good, I can't wait to take a year and a half to get my ship to 7-star. Well, it's actually more than that, because I'm saying year and a half from the point of October this year when I get this to 5-star. But you unlock this at 4-star, so that means you need to get to 65 shards, so that's 6 months right there. So what are we now? August? That's 8 minus 6. I started farming this thing in February? So that means in total, to go from unlocking this thing to having it 7-star as a free-to-play player, it takes 2 years and 2 months. If I started this in February 2026, then I won't have a 7-star until April 2028. That's 2 years and 2 months. Plus, you gotta keep in mind all the time it took me to farm and all that for the requirements, like getting Darth Revan up to Relic 9, and I think Malik needed to be, or not Malik, Malik, never mind, I thought I said Malgus. Malik needed to be Relic 9 as well. So, getting all those characters up and all the other characters in general. Plus, there's that one ship that the event lied to you about. It just said that you needed to be, it claims 4-star, but then no, as you go along, it needs to be 7-star. So then there was that additional grind to get the ship beefed up. Like, all that time there was probably, what, a year, if not more? So, like, this stupid ship is like a 3.5-year project. From the time that you decide, hey, I'm going to start farming this, until you actually have it and it's 7-star. At least as a free-to-play player. And it's just like, seriously, CJ? Like, what is the logic behind a 3.5-year grind? That's not fun. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody cares to do that. Nobody's, you know what I mean? Like, that's stupid. Like, I get it if you want to put, like, so there's a grind on it that takes, like, a year or something, just so then the whales and krakens can enjoy their character for a year. But 3.5, 4 years for them to enjoy being elite with a 7-star ship? Like, come on. So stupid. Anyways, I guess that's all I got for now. So thanks for listening to this with me, and until next time, I said see ya.